is the short-term goal educating people, like what the DSA is doing? What are your thoughts on that?
I think, first and foremost, I think we're really starting with the economic system. I think where education starts is those of us who are activists really have to start talking about the C word, capitalism itself. And, because that is kind of the 10,000-pound gorilla in the room, where when you look at the ruling class politics, capitalism, the word is almost never said. It's
That's
kind
right.
of interesting when I talk to my high school students and I say, have you guys heard the word capitalism? And most of them have not, even though this is probably the most important word in their lives. And so I think as far as education goes, I think we really have to begin with the economic system itself. What do we do to change it, to make it more, maybe not make capitalism, maybe we need to go to a different system altogether and have a more democratic system.
Yeah, I think the key is, I was talking earlier to Phoenix about it's more fundamental even than a democratic society. Mm-hmm. It has to start with humanity and just moral issues, humans caring for each other. That's very simple, basic stuff. And then you can work into a collaborations and democracy and all this kind of stuff. So in the worker cooperative movement, we focus on democracy in the workplace, but really it starts with what they call co-op principles, which includes what you do in the community, right? Your visibility in the community, like you do media, and you have children, so you're obviously very engaged in their lives. And you're totally focused, on the public banking system and how that influences our lives, and it's not Wall Street influence. And Matthew, I know you're labor and passionate about worker cooperatives and that, and David, in education, high school kids, they're at that stage where they just absorb all this information that they're not getting, from the usual sources. And likewise, you're doing the same thing on the university level as well, with the economics, making it interesting, where people find that economics affects every part of their lives. So suddenly this subject that seems so boring is something that actually has some depth and interest. So education, it would be my idea of where to start as a short-term solution. And of course, one can go into, universal basic income. You can talk about getting single-payer health care and all these different components, in the meantime, to address people's needs fundamentally. I think that's what it is that we need to get back to understanding fundamental basic needs. Right. Half the country right now, according to, I think it's a CNN Money or a Consumer Views, I think one of those organizations did a survey, half the country is having a hard time with their basic necessities. This is a major crisis unfolding. So I think we should start with that.